Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Black Book of Mordor, chapter number 6, part 2. We are on 6.3 at the moment, and we just came to Loigland to talk with these elves and find out if they know anything about Bugdatesh. So without further ado, here we go.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you, Hobbit. Are you lost? Have you become like a barrel upon the forest river, traveling from the halls of the Elven King downriver on your way to Lake Town? But alas, you have fetched up upon the bank, and now it falls to me to dislodge you with my long pole. Hold still, and I will set you going again. Nembadeth laughs merrily. Pardon my jesting, friend, and tell me what brings you to Loigland. I will set you going again with my words and not my staff, I promise you. Well, that is very considerate of you. Thank you. Three names are unfamiliar to me, and friend. Karazgar, Bugdatesh. Blame me for focusing on the river and my duties alone, but such curious words are the province of lords and princes, wizards and adventurers, and not Nembadeth of the raft elves. Trade is my charge, and in that I excel. Still, I wish to help you, and help you I shall. Most elves have few dealings with the men of the lake, but the raft elves cannot stand aloof if the trade is to continue. It may be the men of Lake Town know the names you speak, and I can help you gain their good graces. Travel to the front gate of the Lake Town and introduce yourself to Warthrek. He is one of the guards there, and you will know him by his crimson hair and beard. Tell him you have come from Nembadeth of the Raft Elves, and he will see you have whatever information you require. I helped him obtain from Felegoth a present for his young son, and he will help you in memory of my aid. Onward to Lake Town, friend Barrel. I have dislodged you, and with my help your course will be swift and sure. Well, thank you very much, Nembadeth. I will go to Lake Town now and try to find out if Warthrek knows anything about these artifacts and the names. We have to go to the Lake Town. I'm wondering which might be the fastest route. We can just ride across this. Oh, we got dismounted. Out. Run, Bagginses, run, Bagginses, run, run. Save your life. I have to swim across it. Good thing I did learn how to swim. Alright, let me get on my horse again and we'll go on. Oh, damn. Okay, we good. For a second I thought we were in the river again. But okay, this seems to be the right path. You can just carry on going towards Lake Town. Although, my dear fellows and viewers, if you have not seen Lake Town before, behold. Want me to turn the settings up a little bit so it's much more beautiful. Let me get them to high. Okay, check it now. I turn the settings up too high, and now behold. We are going towards the lake town. Here we go. Isn't this beautiful? I mean, just beautiful. Screenshot worthy, right? Totally screenshot worthy. Look at the sky, look at the stars. It is just beautiful. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Alright, we are in the lake town now, and here we go. Let's enter. Well, let's talk to our friend Varthrek. This is who Nimbadeth told us about.
Oh there, stranger. What brings you to Lake Town? I hope you intend no trouble here, for there is turmoil
Aplenty, without adding to it.
You are sure, Varthrek, you intend to cause no disruption, and Nimbadeth of the Raft Elves suggested you speak to Varthrek directly.
Ah, Nimbadeth is a friend, and I trust her judgment, though she's more flighty than the others of her kind I have met, and seems more a woman of a lake town than an elf of the wood to me. She obtained a very smart wooden carving for my son Saivar on his past birthday, and he prizes it above all. For Nimbadeth, I will help you as I may. What do you need, friend?
You ask Varthrek if he has heard tell of Karasgar, the weeping warrior, and he grimaces.
Too often have I heard that name. He is a constant source of trouble in these parts, and seems often the wellspring from which our pains come, though he is rarely seen. Whether he buys his agents with coin or with promises, I cannot say. But I am certain more hands than his own work our misfortunes. If you ask around town, you may learn more. I wish you well for Nimbadeth's sake. But keep your wits about you. I do not want to tell her that the hobbit she sent to me met an unhappy end. Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Varthrek. I can take care of myself. I have a dagger. But let's enter Lake Town, people. And let's turn off the UIs again so you can see. It's just so much pretty in the night time. Now entering Lake Town. Alright, just check it out. Isn't this just breathtaking? Hope I'm going the right way. Oh, the folks are talking in the lake town. We have to find one who can help us. I better get off this horse and get on the other one. This horse. Ouch! Fell in the water. Nope, not this way. Okay, here there are some more people talking, but as I approach them, they stop talking. What's up with that? Wonder if this group will talk to me. Oh, this guy wants to talk to me.
You should be more careful with that name, friend. Folk are on edge hereabout, and it's said the weeping warrior has ears everywhere. I might know a thing or two about him you might find of use.
Golfith peers into the shadows.
You should not speak of him here. Go to the Dragonbone Inn here in town and tell Fasti outside that you're a friend of Colfit. We won't be disturbed there.
All right, I'll go there and I'll wait for you there. Thank you for talking to me, and hopefully we can finally resolve this mystery of the Weeping Warrior. I think this is the right place. Oh, there is Fasti.
You're a friend of Colfit? I will show you to a table inside where you can wait for him.
Alright, thank you very much. I do appreciate you guys helping me.
I'm sure Colfit will long to speak with you shortly, Bagginses. There are 2 taverns in Lake Town, but the Dragonbone Inn is always full of patrons. The noise makes it most well suited to conducting discreet business.
That is really smart. I hope we can resolve this in this business.
Need a table for this hobbit, Ranweg?
Hey Ranweg, I do need a table.
This is one of Colfit's friend.
I don't want any trouble here, Fasti.
Just one table, Ranweg? Maybe in the back?
No, right there by the fire. Well, thank you very much. I'll go there by the fire.
Fine, over here.
Yeah, I'm here. I can sit. Yep. The chair is a little tall for me, but I'll try. There. I'll wait. I hope he does arrive soon. I don't want to rush, but I am in a hurry. Fasti seems nice. This is a nice inn. Look, there's a dwarf here as well. A dwarf patron. Hello, sir. I don't think he wants to talk to me. Well, we have to wait here for yeah, we have to wait here for him to arrive. Can I have a drink here? No? Thanks for the follow, the rabbit. Okay, we have to wait a little more until our friend Colfit and Fasti arrive. I hope they are able to help me find out where the Weeping Warrior is.
I'm sorry, do you think I might intrude upon your time?
Oh, not at all, sir. What's up?
Hello there, friend. I hope you do not mind my intrusion, but I have not seen you at the Dragonbone Inn before today. And it seems to me you must have an interesting story or two to tell. This is my 3rd favorite drinking spot, and I never miss an opportunity to sample the local brew whenever chance brings me through Lake Town, as it has today. Another opportunity I never miss, learning more about the folk who cross my path, and the adventures that led them to cross it. I am called Authi, Gemcutter, and I am at your service, of course. What brings you to the Dragonbone Inn? We do not see many hobbits in this part of the world, but I am familiar with your kind, even so. I came back to the Lonely Mountain when our exile ended, and I am grateful for the bravery of your king, Bilbo Baggins, on behalf of Durin's folk.
You tell Authi that Bilbo isn't really a king of the hobbits, and he laughs heartily and strokes his beard.
Perhaps you are being modest on his behalf. If he was not a king, surely Bilbo Baggins was an important figure in your homeland all the same. I have never been there, though I'm something of a traveler myself. It runs in my family, but I take most joy in the fashioning of complex trinkets and the improvement of my handiwork. Of late, I have been less successful, I'm afraid, and it is not just my own craft that suffers. I do not want to trouble you with my problems.
Oh look, Golfith just arrived.
Someone's been asking up questions. They shouldn't.
Fasti said that there would be no trouble, Golfith.
Fasti doesn't make the rules, Ranweg. Is this about you, Bagginses?
At least take your quarrel outside.
Bagginses, I want to ask you some questions.
Sure, go ahead, ask me anything.
This town is built upon the lake, Bagginses, and the water rises and falls around it. There is an order to this place. If that balance is upset, Lake Town suffers. You should know your place here, Bagginses. It's dangerous to ask questions about Karasgar here. You might not like the answer.
Whoa, is that a threat? You don't want to mess with a hobbit.
You don't have any business here, hobbit.
Well, I have the businesses of my own.
My boys will teach you a lesson. Is there room in the lesson for one more?
Hey, Alti. Please help me defeat these scoundrels.
You stay out of this, dwarf.
Well. It is time for Bagginses to fight. I have warned you time and time again, Golfith. No more! Oh look, Ranwig has joined the fight as well. Let's kick their asses and take names. Or as that chick from Guardians of the Galaxy would say, let's take asses and kick names. Free drinks to the patron who knocks out Golfith. I bet it will be me. Where the hell are you, Fasti? Ah, it's Fasti. Yeah, Fasti. You're gonna suffer for your fan, baby.
Stop! I give up! Golfith, come back!
And don't come back! It is long past time someone stood up to Golfith. He has been a source of much trouble for the patrons of my inn, and I'm glad he has been put in his place. He will not dare to show his face around here for some time, and when he does, I wager I will have no trouble finding folk to show him the door. Is it true he worked for Karasgar? That explains much about his dealings, and about the company he has kept. Good riddance to him. You, however, will always be welcome at Dragonbone Inn, Bagginses. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Well, it's Ranwig's Inn. I'm glad she came to and join us in the fight in kicking out these bad people.
That was an invigorating fight, Bagginses, and all the better because I did not expect it. Perhaps I must elevate this tavern one place in my personal ranking of drinking spots. Now it is my second favorite, and not my third. I always have time for a good brawl, and a refreshing ale. Let us speak outside, Bagginses. I have something I'd like to ask you.
Yeah, let's go. And I do thank you for helping me, Outie.
It was a fine brawl, but such fights are not as good for talking. We will be better able to talk here. I like you, Bagginses. You are a good in a fight. That much is clear. Are you also good at holding things in confidence?
You assure Outie that you will not betray his trust, and he tugs on his beard thoughtfully.
I have worked at my craft for a long time, Bagginses. My father and my brothers are jewelers of no small skill, celebrated throughout all the kingdoms of the dwarves, and I too have achieved no small success in that field. For dozens of years the gem cutters had no equal, and the pieces we crafted were so fair even the most judgmental eye could be made to weep at their beauty. You shouldn't have seen them, my new friend. But something has been happening for the past few years. None of my efforts of late have achieved the same level of success as my earlier work. None of my pieces seem to sparkle as they once did, and others of my kind report a similar waning of their craft skill. What is happening to Durin's folk? There is some discussion underway at Erebor, and few can agree on the cause. I have taken to wandering, trying to come up with an explanation for this decay. I was on my way back to the mountain when we met, Bagginses. I had found no solution, but your quest has given me an idea. Could it be that Karasgar is responsible for this decline of our craft skill? He's active in this area and has no love for Durin's folk. Perhaps he has worked some evil against us. I invite you to go to Erebor and share what you have learned of the Weeping Warrior with King Thorin. It may be that our problems are related. I encourage you to slay beasts on the way, my friend. I will as well, and see you there. That sounds like a plan. And let's go kill some people now. Sorry, not people. Kill some beasts now. It's an interesting theory. It might be that Skarsgård might have something to do with the waning of the craft skill of Durin's folk. I hope it is not so, but we won't know until we make sure. And by make sure, I hope I bloody can find a way out of this lake town. Okay, there is the path. Okay, let's go. Oh look, there's someone else here as well. But isn't Lake Town just beautiful? Isn't it just fantastic? This is the new Lake Town. The old one was destroyed when Smaug the dragon fell. It destroyed the whole town, so they rebuilt it. So it's a new model of the old. I think they built it away from the old Lake Town. So it's here. They built it. Okay. Now let's go and kill some beasts. We'll kill some and then we'll ride to Erebor.
Oh, this deer is making strange noises. Wolf quest? No, I do not want to accept any side quests. This is strictly for the Black Book of Mordor. Very nice. Oh look, a buffalo. A bull. Oh, he stunned me. Bad bull. Okay, that's 10 mobs, and here we go. We are going to the Lonely Mountain then, and as before, if you have not seen Lonely Mountain before, you are in for a treat. Let me just, as we are riding, let me turn off the UI so you guys can just check all the scenery and greenery. Isn't it beautiful? Lotro is beautiful. And there in the background you can see the Lonely Mountain. See that? That is the Lonely Mountain. Okay. And there in front of me you see it's Dale. It's the town of Dale. You see things like these, and obviously the story writing is really great and totally in the Tolkien fashion, but it's this stuff. This stuff is why I play this game. This stuff is why I don't play any other game. Well, I do play like one other game, but mostly I do play when I have time. I only play this game. It's just so beautiful and green and amazing. This is the Middle Earth. That's Ravenhill over there in front of me. We'll have to go there later, I think. But for now, we are on our way to Erebor. Isn't this like totally screenshot worthy? You can have this as your like background on your desktop or something. Let's go a little closer and then I'll take a screenshot. Okay, like here. Awesome. What a view. Let's go a little closer. And we are approaching Erebor. Behold. Gives you a little Moria feeling as well. But it's just so much more epic than Moria. Check this out. Love the contrast that this has to the architecture of the elves. Okay, let's go and see if we find what we've been looking for. Oh, look, there's Gandalf. Gandalf, my old friend.
At last you arrive. I've been waiting here for some time now. Alti arrived before you did, and he told me all about your exploits in Lake Town. Perhaps if you spend less time carousing at taverns and more time riding, you would not have kept me waiting here so long in the cold.
The wizard's tone is gruff, but his eyes sparkle merrily.
You and Alti are not the only recent arrivals to Lonely Mountain. You will find a number of old friends inside, each of them brought hither from concern. Find them on the way to the throne in the hall under the mountain, and you may learn their purpose matches our own. One more thing, Bagginses. In these lands I'm known as Gandalf and not Mithrandir. Let it not confuse you.
Oh, don't worry about it, I'm not confused. I know all your names. Well, most of them. You are Gandalf, Mithrandir, and in the west you were Oloren in Valinor. Let me go inside and see who these people are that Gandalf is talking about. Behold, Erebor. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, look who that is. Oh my goodness, check this out. I did not expect to meet them. It's Dori, Dwalin, and Gloin.
My travels do not bring me home to Erebor very often, for Dane made me the mountain's chief hoard seeker. I am often away wandering in the wilderness in search of lost dwarf holds and treasure caches. Many are the gold and jewels I have found to swell Erebor's treasures, but the fading and craft skill of my people means that languish within, unimproved, unused. It is terrible pity. Should the Arkenstone be kept? Should the Arkenstone be taken from the tomb of Thorin? Would that restore the craft skill of my people and enable them to create great works such as this they did of old? I once thought so, but I set aside that belief when my younger brother Ori departed with Balin. The argument filled me with sadness, and I had a job to do. I could not dwell upon the grief. Perhaps the decline of my people could not be prevented, Arkenstone or no. I am pleased to see my friends and kinsmen, but I do not think we can recapture our glories of old. Yeah, you might be right. The world of dwarves is fading. It has been some time since we all gathered here.
It does my heart good to see my friends and distant kin, despite the worries that drew us here. I wish my brother was with us. Dwalin sighs heavily. Balin believed, as did many other good dwarves, that it had been a mistake for the Arkenstone to be entombed with Thorin. He thought the heart of the mountain should be proudly displayed for all to see, and its brilliance would inspire great works of craft and beauty. As the craft skill of Durin's folk began to wane, the research Balin conducted convinced him that sealing away the Arkenstone was to blame. He quarrelled with Dain on the matter, and this agreement caused the king to remove him as counsellor. It was the last injury, and compelled Balin to leave. He took Ori and Oin, as well as many other dwarves, and they sought to reclaim the ancient dwarf home of Khazad-dûm. I did not side with my brother on this. I remained loyal to Dain. He elevated me to my position as the steward of Thorin's hall, but not a day passes where I do not miss my brother, and wonder if I should have gone with him. But now Balin is gone, and Khazad-dûm is lost.
I prefer when things were simple, Bagginses. Should we not have entombed the Arkenstone with Thorin? It seems the right course back then, and no one argued against it. If the craft skill of my people is fading, who is to say it would be any different if the Arkenstone were not sealed away? Ah, let the wise bears discuss it among themselves. Balin believed the Arkenstone should be removed from Thorin's tomb, and he was the wisest of us, but he is dead. Now the weeping warrior, that is a subject more of my liking. I say we find him. Let our axes and hammers do the talking, and give him something to cry about, nice and simple. It may not solve everything, but I wager it would not hurt, not us anyway.
Yeah, I hear you.
I do not want. I do not know what has caused this decline in the dwarf skills of Durin's folk. Neither do I know whether entombing the Arkenstone with Thorin Oakenshield is to blame for it, but my suspicion is that it is not. There is another possibility, and in it I see the workings of our enemy. What if the Arkenstone has been taken from the tomb of Thorin without the knowledge of the dwarves? It may be that the Arkenstone no longer lies with Thorin Oakenshield, and its departure has adversely affected the skills of Durin's folk. The tomb must be opened, Bagginses, if we are to ensure the Arkenstone remains within. We must ask King Thorin III for permission to do this.
Yeah, I haven't never met the guy. Why don't you ask him? Since you're all wizardry and wizardly, or have Gloin or Dwalin ask him. They are like his kin and friend. Really? You want me to ask him? God damn it, fine, I'll ask him. Hail King Thorin the Third. I'm as concerned as many of the other people about this worrying decline in the skill of the artisans, but I do not know what can be done about it. Diane before me also did not have a solution. Do you and Gandalf have a suggestion, Bagginses? I am willing to hear any proposal, but I am not confident any solution can be found. Well, it is my purpose to find the solution, sir. You wish to open the tomb of Thorin Oakenshield and ensure the Arkenstone remains within? None could have breached the tomb without our knowledge, Bagginses, and yet, even as I speak these words, I am gripped with uncertainty. If the heart of the mountain has been taken, it might explain the diminishment of our craft skill. The king under the mountain strokes his beard thoughtfully. Yes, Bagginses, we should learn if the Arkenstone still lies within the tomb or if some enemy has taken it. I alone cannot give you leave to open the tomb of Thorin Oakenshield, though I am king under the mountain and possess lordship of all that lies within. It would not be proper to open Mazal Akras without the permission of Thorin's sister. This, her children also lie in that place, and I would not have their rest or that of her brother disturbed without her leave. She is the keeper of Ravenhill, Bagginses, and that is where you will find her. Speak to her and learn if she will allow the tomb to be opened. Alright, I'll do that. Gandalf, Thorin wants me to go seek Des and her permission to open the tomb.
Now listen here, Bagginses, and listen close. Thorin Oakenshield's sister Dis is very old, and she is unlikely at first to be very accommodating to our request. She will look more favorably upon it, I expect, if she were to see the familiar faces of Thorin's old friends and companions, but not all at once. Such a crowd will set her ill at ease, and she will not allow the intrusion. I think there may be a way. I'm reminded of an old trick that was of use to me during the quest of the Erebor, when Smaug still lived, his stolen hoard unrecovered. I will let the remaining dwarves of Thorin Company know my plan. For your part, speak to this and be as friendly and as helpful as you may.
What are you talking about? I'm always friendly and I'm charming. I bet when I ask this and she sees me, she'll be so much charmed and she'll open the tomb without a second thought. Trust me, this is Hobbit charm. You wouldn't know it, Gandalf. You know nothing, Gandalf. Are you John Gandalf? We're on our way to meet this. I think this is the first. Well, I'm pretending I don't know this before. This is the first and only female dwarf you'll see in Lotro. The first and only dwarf woman. A dwarf lady. Let's go meet her. She's old and she's Thorin's sister. Let's go meet her. Let us go meet her. Oh, look how beautiful it looks. Music is cool. Very nice. This is the guitar, right? And the piano maybe? We are going to meet this. Oh look! Oh wow! Oh, why did I turn? I should not have turned. I'm just trying to look at that lion just to kill that deer, which should be obvious, but it was nice to see the NPCs interacting with themselves in their true nature. Okay, we are here at the Raven Hill. We better slow down a little bit. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Hail this! Wow, check her out. Look at her beard. This is this. Yes. This stares at you, but says nothing more. Hesitantly, you begin to ask about the Arkenstone, but before you can properly word the request, she interrupts you. The heart of the mountain? It lies with my brother Thorin beneath the mountain. I have not visited him in some time. She looks at you slyly. The path down the hill is choked with brush and stone. Someone should do something. You offer to clear the path and Des grunts non-committally. Alright, I'll clear it for you, my lady, Des. Yeah, let's clear it. Let's help the old lady out. It is good. It is good. Definitely. I'm a helping hobbit. I'm a little helping hobbit. I'm a little helping hobbit. I'm a helping hobbity hobbit. I'm a little hobbity helping hobbity habit. Hobbity hobbit hop. Hobbity. Let's clear these stones and clear the bushes. Don't worry, Des. I'll clear it all up. You don't have to worry. Backlances is here. But just don't ask me what is Baggins's precious. What is Baggins's? Yeah, just don't ask me that. I am Baggins's precious. Alright, we have cleared. Let's go back to this and check who this. Okay, going back to. Oh look, Dwalin and Gloin have arrived as well. That is good. These are my cousins, come from afar. Dwalin is the steward of Thorin's Hall in the Blue Mountains, and Gloin acts as an emissary for the king under the mountain. The conversation has left me parched. If I am to entertain visitors, I will need more water to refresh me. This gives you a meaningful look, and you volunteer to bring up some water from the well as the base of the hill. Alright, I'll get water for you, my lady. Do not worry. You are absolutely right. You definitely need some water. That totally makes sense. Let's go get some water for the old lady. Wonder how old she is. Can I ask her? Should I ask her? It's impolite to ask a lady her age, right? Yeah, I shouldn't ask her. Alright, here we go. Let's pick up the water and let's go. Well, this bucket is as big as me, but no worries, no bother. I'll go. I'll go bring her. That is no trouble at all. I'll bring her the water. I'm a nice hobbit. So bringing this water, I hope she doesn't send me on more errands. I do wish she'd open the tomb of Thorin so we can check if Thorin still has the Arkenstone or not, but well, we'll find out. Here's your water. Oh my goodness, all the other dwarves just came as well. Oh look, there's Bomber. Hey Bomber, holy cow. You have gotten even more fat than before. My goodness gracious, what do you eat? Oh, and he's smiling. Dude, stop smiling and stop eating. Come on. These young dwarves are like carrying you everywhere. That's no bueno. Hey Beefor, hey Bofor. Hope you guys are well. Here is your water, my lady. This is a day for visitors, Beefor, the keeper of hammers, and Bofor, the master of chisels, have come to Ravenhill. Even Bomber, the warden of the larders, has paid me a visit. Most unexpected. These dwarfs accompanied my brother and my sons on the quest of Erebor. This seems as good as opening as any, and you ask about the Arkenstone. As before, this interrupts you. Bomber's progress up the hill was slow, and he told me he spied a number of foes in the vicinity of Dale during the ascent. I cannot think about the heart of mountain while my neighbors are endangered. This raises her eyes to you in challenge, and you volunteer to deal with the foes that lurk around Dale. Yeah, I'll take care of these enemies near your hill. No worry. This, my lady, I got this. Holy cow! I do wish he stopped sending me on the bloody errands. I do need to check if the Arkenstone is still with Thorin in his tomb or not, and she keeps sending me on this little errands. But no bother. She's an older lady. I guess she doesn't get many visitors, and guess she has a good warrior on her hand now in me, so might as well help her. Wow, he stunned me, but he died. I'll look up. How many more do I have to kill? 5. No, I do not want to accept any side quests. Dead. Two more. Awesome. One more. Okay, he's gonna die. Let's mount up. Let's return to this, and hopefully she has had enough fun by sending me on errands and finally goes to open Thorin's tomb. Do you guys like my steed? Alright, here we go. Oh look, Gandalf also arrived, as well as Dory and Nori. More friends have arrived, and a wizard too. As friends I count Dory the High Hoard Seeker, and Nori the Keeper of Coffers. They are my distant kin. Of the wizard Gandalf I have few kind words to speak. Des looks around her, and you brace yourself for another task. There is nothing else that needs doing right now, but do not think I am unaware of this plan of yours. I have so few visitors on most days that this slow trickle of friends and kin must mean something. You might as well tell me, what do the surviving members of my brother's adventuring band ask of his sister? Gandalf opens his mouth to speak, and Des silences him with a look. I do not want to hear it from you, wizard. I want this hobbit to tell me. Well, spit it out, hobbit. My brother Thorin was entombed in Mazal Akraz with the Arkenstone, and with an elven sword beside. You think the heart of the mountain has been stolen? What thief would dare disturb the Oakenshield's rest or risk the guards of his tomb? No, do not try to convince me of this, there is no need. It has been too long since I visited my brother and my sons where they lie beneath the mountain. I will allow you to ensure the Arkenstone remains with Thorin while I pay my respects to my brother and to Fili and Kili. I am old, hobbit. It will be good for Durin's folk to know the fate of the heart of the mountain, and it will be benefit for my own heart to see my lost kin at least one more time before I join them. Tell the wizard he has permission, but not to go alone. We will all go together. That sounds good. And fair.
It is good that Des has given her permission to open the tomb of Thorin. We must know if Karazgar or his agents have worked some evil involving the Arkenstone.
Alright, we are entering into the tomb of Thorin Oakenshield. I don't know if this location is accessible in the landscape, but here it is. Behold.
It seems appropriate for this to go on ahead, and for the rest of us to follow along behind. Her brother Thorin and her sons Fili and Kili lie entombed within, and while our purpose here is one of importance, I do not wish to work in disrespect upon the fallen. I will meet you at the bottom, Bagginses. Keep watch upon your footing.
I will. Let us go down. Oh, hey, Bomber. Hey, Beefor. Hey, Buffer. Hey, Glowin or Gimli Daddy. Hey, Dwallin. Hello, my lady Dis. I'm ready, Bagginses. Let us see what there is to see. Ooh, everybody's here. Okay, here we go.
It eases my heart to know the Arkenstone remains with Thorin, but this means the decline of his people's craft skill must have another cause. A wizard guess is not the same as any other's, Bagginses, and it is the guess of this wizard that the loss of the dwarf rings might be to blame for this decay. The ring Angia, called Handurum by the dwarves, was taken from Thrain by Sauron and must have perished in the fall of Barad-dûr. But this is true that the decline cannot be reversed.
The decay cannot be prevented.
Decline, decay, these words need not sting you so deeply. Bah, you're a wizard, not a dwarf. You could not understand the Gandalf.
But I am a dwarf, Dwallin. I say I've seen good days and I've seen bad. A dwarf will preserve, through the bad, and bring about the good.
No decline cannot be overcome. This speaks wisely. All things change, sometimes for better and sometimes for worse. Nothing can stay the same forever. Even the words we speak change with the passage of time. In the old tongue, the Northmen called their town Dolheim. As the years passed, the name was shortened to Dalheim. In time, Dalheim became Daleholm, and more simply, Dale.
Fascinating.
It truly is. Consider the last ruling lord of Daleholm, Geirjarn III, slain by Smaug. The elves interpreted the name Geirjarn as they heard it, and it became Girion. Why, when I first came to these lands, I was not known as Gandalf. The men of the Lake Thuda, called me Vandhalb. Over the years, their language slowly changed and Vandalb became Gandalf. In fact,
Is the lecture done? Is it time to eat?
Bagginses, I have had a thought.
What is your thought?
From the Dalheim became Dalheim, which passed then to Daleholm, and now is Dale. Geirjarn became Girion, whose necklace caused much trouble between Thranduil of the Wood and the dwarves of the mountain. Of all my many names, that which I wear in the north was not my first. Even that came from Vandalb. From Frogmar called me the Elf of the Wand, not knowing my true nature. Wood, lake, mountain, and stone, each has their own words, and even when they speak of the same thing, they may not find understanding.
Gandalf looks at you closely, a curious look in his eye.
Bagginses, what if the artifact for which we seek, this Bugdatish, never existed at all? Since this journey began, neither friend nor foe have learned aught of it. No sign of this relic can be found. What if Ogurukor seeks an artifact that never was? Words can mean different things in different contexts, my friend. And even a small change can greatly affect a word's meaning. Can it be that Ogurukor does not look for that which we assumed?
That is a possibility.
In black speech, the word Bugdatish is very clear. It means namekeeper, and brings to mind a relic, an artifact. But what if there has never been a mistake? What if the word was a mistake? What if the word spoken was not Bugdatish, but Bugdash instead?
What does that mean? What does it matter?
In black speech, the word Bugdash means the name given at birth. It may be that Ogurukor seeks no artifact. It may be he seeks his Bugdash, his true name.
How will that help him?
That remains to be seen, Master Dwarf. If Ogurukor believes this knowledge can help him, it falls on us to learn why. But let us now leave Thorin and his nephews in peace. We will discuss this above.
Thank you for suggesting this excursion, Bagginses. I enjoyed seeing my kin again, Though may be gone these many years, you will always be welcome at Ravenhill whenever you wish to visit me. As for your wizard, he talks too much. Leave him behind when you come to visit. Burn, Gandalf, burn! I am satisfied by your report, Bagginses, and put at ease by the knowledge that the Arkenstone is still kept safe by Thorin Oakenshield beneath the mountain. There is no end to the mischief Karasgar and others of his ilk seek to work upon my lands and my people, but the heart of the mountain remains beyond his reach. I am less pleased by Gandalf's supposition that the loss of the dwarf ring storm has caused a diminishment of our craft skill, for such a loss cannot be reversed. That ring is gone, along with the others to which we held a claim, and none of them are coming back. It is not our way to give up hope, and our artisans to continue to thrive. But I mourn the great works that once were made, and will now have no rivals. Thank you all the same, Bagginses. You're quite welcome, King Thorin the Third.
This feels right to me, Bagginses. The Gurziel gained their continuing lives through the powers of Sauron, and now that he is gone, perhaps that power fades. Can it be their strength declines even now? Just as the craft skill of the dwarves lessen with the absence of the dwarf ring, do the Gurziel seek some means of survival, some power to counteract this decay. It explains Gogrukor's desperation, Bagginses. It is not a Bogdatish he seeks, not an artifact, but a Bogdash, a birth name. Perhaps he believes this information will stave off his decline. We must remain vigilant and keep the Gurziel from attaining the knowledge that will save them. This journey was valuable, my friend, though we defeated no Gurziel and found neither artifacts nor weapons. The wisdom we found is treasure enough. I will ask the king to grant me a room within the mountain, and will retire there to consider our next course of action. Then we will face the Gurziel and bring them to an end. And this is the end. The end indeed. Well, here at the end of the journey, my friends, thank you for watching and accompanying me through this journey from Mordor all the way here at Erebor. It is the end. So, I must say farewell now. Bagginses will come back with when the next update comes and our journey continues in the Black Book of Mordor. But for now, this is the end. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't followed me on Twitch yet, please, what the hell are you waiting for? Go follow me right now. Follow. And if you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, what are you waiting for? Go subscribe now. Just click that button at the bottom, turn it white, click on it, and so you can stay up to date on the videos and the adventures of the casual raiders of Brandywine in Lotro.
Thank you for watching and goodbye. Namarie.